A young guy called Arjun once lived in a region of gentle rivers and undulating hills. He was plagued by a deep sense of dissatisfaction that made him sometimes loathe his own existence. The days were dreary, and so was every step. Arjun set off on a quest for peace and purpose, certain that something had to change. A wise elderly monk called Venerable Bodhi, who was famed for his deep insights into life, was discovered by him one day as he traveled through a verdant forest. Arjun vented his frustration and dissatisfaction in an attempt to find some direction. Venerable Bodhi looked at Arjun with compassion and proceeded to tell him a narrative that had been handed down through the ages. A budding lotus seed lay dormant at the bottom of a muddy pond eons ago. The seed's environment of gloom and muck is symbolic of the difficulties we face throughout life. The seed, though, may grow into something magnificent, something that could change despite its murky surroundings. Venerable Bodhi continued as Arjun listened closely. After a while, the seed started to grow. It struggled against the odds, making its way through the muck and water to the surface. And suddenly, seemingly against all odds, a lotus flower opened its petals to the sun. Arjun was captivated by the tale, but he failed to grasp its relevance. With a grin on his face, the enlightened monk Bodhi replied to Arjun, "Arjun, life is much like that lotus seed. Like the lotus flower, we may bloom despite our circumstances if we have the strength to persevere. Our adversities are like mud, they're unpleasant to deal with, but they're necessary for our development as people and as plants." He said, "The trick is to accept each moment as it comes, whether it's happy or sad. It's about growing from setbacks, appreciating little blessings, and tending to the germ of your potential. You have the ability to change your viewpoint and discover significance in every event, just as the lotus flower changes its surroundings." Arjun's irises gleamed with the light of realization. He had come to the conclusion that his unhappiness stemmed from his unwillingness to accept and learn from life's obstacles. Arjun was moved to alter his perspective after hearing the wise words of Venerable Bodhi. Arjun adopted the philosophies of mindfulness and appreciation as he traveled. The rustling of leaves, the sound of youngsters laughing, and the warmth of the sun all became sources of delight for him. The ups and downs of life were learning experiences. Arjun's outlook evolved, and he eventually found inner peace and satisfaction. His anger subsided, and he began to feel acceptance and thanks for the path he was on. After